Hi, everybody. Welcome to this month's class for our nervous system reset. So just a little bit of housekeeping. For those of you who are new, I'm Christine Siona, and I've been on this journey of really deepening my knowing about the body and the mind and the nervous system and all the different ways that we can be well and nurture and honor ourselves, including all those parts of us. And one of the threads of that has led to this creation has been my journey in counseling and the healing arts using somatic body work, as well as applying polyvagal theory to health and wellness and healing through movement and yoga therapy. So that's a mouthful. Long story short, I'm really passionate about contributing to people's ability to be well and not just thinking their way into more wellness, but breathing and moving and living and tending to the wellness of ourselves in really fun ways. So from drum circles to dance movement classes to meditation and mindfulness practices to energetic tools and resources that include the whole body and being. And ta-da, one of those ways is this monthly call. So congratulations on saying yes and joining us today. And if you're new to me, hi, reach out. You can send me a message and we can chat more about all the different ways that you're choosing wellness and how I might be able to contribute to you. And for those of you who are regulars here, thank you so much. And thanks to your body and your brilliant knowing inside of you to choose what works for you. And today's practice is about sound in a new way and using chanting as a way to contribute to mind body wellness, to support vagal toning. Our vagus nerve runs dynamically through our whole body, but it also is in kind of the back of the head and close to the ear, and then running down into the bronchial system. And our vagus nerve responds well to sound. Yeah. So if you are curious about that, this is the best place to be hanging with me at this moment, because we're going to be exploring chanting as a sound resource for you and different ways that you may want to explore chanting. It is not, I'm not here to profess a religious practice or anything like that. It's really just to invite you to be curious. And I'm going to teach you a variety of different tools that involve sound, that include chanting, and see how that feels for you. See what that's like in the body. Observe what goes on in the mind when you start doing these things. And it might be a little critical. It might be a little, this is silly. Why am I singing? I can't sing. You know, the mind will have a narrative. And what if we invited sound and chanting to help create more space in the body, more kindness and care and support for your nervous system, kindness, care, and support for the vagus nerve and vagal toning. And and what if today's practice was just an opening into some possibilities, and notice what shows up for you. Notice the thoughts, but not attached to them. Notice the feelings and sensations, but not attached to them or cling to them or try to understand them. But be in a space of be in a space of sacred witnessing, just gently noticing. what your experience is. So we're going to start, as I always do, typically as in a centering or arriving practice. And be as comfortable as you desire. If you want to be sitting like I am, be seated, be comfortable. If you want to be lying down, be comfortable. So it should be a process of comfort and care for yourself in the practice. And if you have any questions, we can have some time for some Q&A and questions and sharing at the end of the practice. Another little bit of housekeeping. The practice today is, for me, I think I'm going to be doing it seated. We'll see what happens. I might move into a different energy and move my body, but it doesn't always require movement. So there's lots of ways we can be sound. There's lots of ways that we can incorporate sound and tone into our practice, and it doesn't take a long time. So we're just going to sample some things. I'm going to invite you also, you may not have a little notebook or journal, but I'm going to invite you to have a little notebook, have a chance to jot some notes and just observe your experience. So after we're done, if there's something you want to come back to, you have something there. And I love journaling, so I have a really big fat journal that I can play with as well. So whatever works for you, it's all choice. I'm just going to get my page ready so that when it's time for journal, I've got my book ready to go. And if you're wanting one of these, they're pretty fun. I'll just show you Cole's notes. So that's the back, but look at the front. Find your inner magic. And you get to fill it up with your own inner magic. So I'm bringing that into the practice today. Right. So get yourself in a comfortable space. I am seated on the floor, and in front of me, I have some sacred objects, and one of them is a candle. I have a beautiful beeswax candle. Love you. And I like to light the candle as a way to begin our sacred space together and begin our practice. So I have that here with us in the space just underneath, just slightly under the camera, and bringing that light and energy here. So if you have a candle you'd like to light, or something, a sacred object, something with you to help you arrive, feel free. And so with that, on this day, just check in. And I often like to do a little scan from the top of the head down the shoulders, just noticing the thoughts. If there are any, noticing the sensations, bringing your awareness into the body and the shoulders and the back and the neck. Your mind might have thoughts about that part of the body. The mind might be talking the whole time, or the mind might be kind of spacey. And you might be completely in the sensation of noticing the body. And then noticing your breath. Are you breathing? As I do a little body scan from the top of my head down my chest, down the front and back ribs, down the torso, at this moment, am noticing almost like muscle contraction, or like the sides of my jaw have worked a little bit today. Um, and I'm just gonna give that space. I'm going to try to not make a conclusion about what that is or judge that sensation, but just notice, okay, hi, hi, hi. So as you're doing a little body scan throughout your body, you might notice parts of the body that are more dense or tight or constricted than others. You might notice parts of the body that are very light and fluid and tingling or pulsing. There might be sensations of holding, bracing, pulling in, maybe a holding in the gut, holding in the shoulders, holding in the jaw. So just notice. And on your own now, I'll give yourself some quiet space and notice. Notice the thoughts. Notice the mind. Notice the tone of the body, the energy of the body, the sensations of the body. And notice the tone, the sensation, the quality of the breath. And no right, no wrong, not having to judge, just noticing. And then noticing the state of your being, noticing the space of you at this moment. And noticing your energy, your frequency, your tone. Maybe you feel a little scattered, or a sensation of density or thickness, foggy. Maybe a little unsettled. It's hard to sit for this long, wanting to start. Or maybe the sensation of just tired, like desiring deep rest. Or anything in between and something else, even still. And greeting your mind, greeting your thoughts, greeting your body, greeting your sensations, greeting your knowings, greeting your tone, vibration, placing a hand on your heart center. The other hand can go on the belly or just rest on your legs. And if you choose, eyes open, eyes closed, totally up to you. And I like to tuck my chin just a slight moment to kind of soften the mind. Let the head melt just slightly. And coming into presence with yourself. What are you noticing? And take some time to just write down those noticings. And you may just start with filling in the blank of, I notice, I sense that. At this moment, I am spacious. At this moment, I am scattered, and leaning into calmness. At this moment, I am. And also at this moment, I desire more. What is that? What is that you also desire more of in our practice today? I desire more release. I desire more focus, more gentleness, more care, more gratitude, more space. I am space, but I desire more space. Whatever is coming up for you. And I will give you a few moments now to just write down your noticings. Write down how you are arriving today and what is showing up for you now. It's just a beginning. You may want more time, but it's a place to start. And then setting your intention as you reflect on that arriving practice, entering into sound and chanting for soul connection, for self connection. What would you like to receive? What would you like to learn or know in this practice? You can jot that down. You can write it in the comments if you like. Yeah, and one of the invitations there, thank you for sharing, is how do I, sorry, just let me, it's scrolling fast. How do I take big actions and still be space? Yeah, yeah. So sometimes when we sit in the space of arriving, we give our mind space to say things, our emotions, our sensation space to say things to us. Then we come to this place of kind of our energetic presence at this moment. And some of those things can be saying all kinds of things. The mind might be saying, go, 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 get it done, do, I got to make big choices, go. Or the heart might be saying, I desire big choices. Two different energies. It could be the same message, but it can feel different when the mind might be saying, I want to figure out how to make big choices now. The heart might be saying the same thing, but with a different frequency. So just check in where those questions are coming from. Is that the mind trying to figure it out? Is that a deep message from the heart? Is there feelings of fear or worry or inadequacy of like, I want to know how to take big actions and still be space. So like I'm afraid that if I choose big actions, that what would happen if I made big actions and made big choices and took those big leaps and big steps? What's the concern? Would I lose the space of me? Can I make big choices and be space? So there's lots of layers. And so these interesting energies of big choice, maybe big life, big growth, big movement, and space. And sometimes we think that they're conditional. We think it's a yes or no. It's like, well, how can I possibly ever make a big choice and have space? Because a big choice must come with big responsibility and big worry and big. And then big becomes a holding, big becomes a physical. So for the nervous system, whoo, for the nervous system, just to be present to those sensations, to be present, give space for that desire for big choice, big change, big life, and give space for the concern or the wonder, the worry. Will I lose space? What will be the impact of the space of me if I actually choose to live and make those big choices? So in all of this, my invitation is to sacredly notice and witness what you're experiencing, not try to figure it out, but give it space to breathe. Give the sensations that are showing up in the body space to breathe. Give the thoughts showing up in the mind space to breathe. And the more space we are, the less concentrated or dense the sensation because we're allowing it room to breathe. Yeah. So once again, come to breath. So in whatever you've noticed or journaled or explored so far, let's lean into breath and bring in the space and bring in the sound to contribute to all that you're asking for today. So you can have hands on body if you like. We're going to move into a little breath and then into some sound and some chanting. So you can connect to the body however you like. You can have hands open on the knees, kind of this open receiving shape, or you can have the palms down on the body, on the legs, wherever you be, down on the belly. But this down sensation is also kind of this grounding, connected, centering space. And you may feel connecting with heart center feels good. So listen to the body, trust your hands, place your hands in a place that's comfortable for you. And after that body scan, after the journaling, just notice the breathing. You can have eyes opened or eyes closed, completely your choice. If you have lit a candle, you can have a gentle, soft gaze on the candle if you choose. Not really focusing on anything, but receiving the light. Or eyes closed. And the invitation is to notice the breath. Notice the inhale. Notice the exhale. And I'm going to invite you into breathing in and out through the nose if that feels possible for you. The nose also filters the breath, so it's less polluted in a sense from whatever you're breathing in your space. And the sound of the breath through the nasal passage also goes, that sound, gentle vibration, also vibrates into the vagus nerve. Soft cheek. If you're clenching, if you have, tenderness in the cheeks or the jaw, you could also breathe just holding. The head will drop slightly. These are all invitations. You get to choose you. Soft body, soft breath. So you can imagine counting the length of your breath. Maybe you're counting to 4, maybe you're counting to 6, maybe you're counting to 8. You decide. And we've done this before, but as you inhale, if you're counting that breath and you just go over that hill, then when you exhale, exhale a couple seconds longer. Inhaling. Exhaling, adding a few more seconds on the exhale. Inhaling, 1, 2. Excuse me. Continuing on your own breath, I'm going to mute myself a little bit. I'm going to gesture to inhale for 4 and exhale for 6. If you have your own rhythm, feel free. Continuing on your own, inhaling for 4, exhaling for 6. Feeling the breath sound moving through you like an ocean. And then just returning to your regular breathing. And notice anything showing up there. So the first sound we're going to move into, some of you may have done this with me before. It's just the sound of Om. And you can think it in your mind. However, when you chant Om, it is vibrating the tone through your body. And that vibrational tone, there's been lots of research done about this with the polyvagal system and the vagus nerve, that when you tone, when you make sounds, it relaxes the vagus nerve. It contributes to the vagal tone. And that's really important in our nervous system, in the parasympathetic, in the sympathetic, in the autonomic system. The tone contributes to all of those. So rather than getting into the science, we're just going to experience it. And again, you're going to have thoughts, you're going to have sensations and feelings, and then you'll have a sense of being and a sense of experiencing the presence of this and the presence of yourself in this. So I like to just roll my shoulders down. And actually, let's just shake it for a minute. Taking a breath. Kids know how to tone all the time. Take a big inhale. Exhale. Shake it out one more time. All right. Now, let's begin with an Om. So I will probably do 3. And then just notice yourself after those and see what that experience is like. So exhaling here. And inhaling. And just returning to your regular breath, noticing the body, noticing the mind, noticing the sensations, the experiences in the space of you. Om is a sacred chant. Om, many mystics and sacred teachers, spiritual leaders have spoken that the sound Om is the sound of the breath of God, the tone of God, spirit, source, creator, universe. whatever that might be for you, Gaia, Mother Earth, Heart Center. So imagine that tone is awakening this sense of space and presence and soul and light and self within you. Whatever your traditions are, just find the words that resonate for you. And imagine with each Om, you are infusing more light, more breath, more space for the fullness of you, so you can see the fullness of you. So we're going to do it this time. We're going to continue maybe doing maybe about 7 times. We're going to see what happens. You're also going to notice that as I do this practice, you can continue. I want you to feel the tone in you. I want you to feel the sound in you as you're as you're singing it, chanting it, feeling it. And so when you say it, and your hands are here, you're going to feel that tone in your chest. You can also chant and tone and see what it's like to touch the back of your head, the back of your neck, and tone from there. You may also want to see what it feels like to chant and tone with your hands on your face, or your head just dip gently into your hands and tone from there. You're going to increase your vibrational awareness of how much this sound is moving through your body. And again, if you want to lie down and tone Om from that space, however, play with touch, play with tone, play with the sensation of the sound while you're making the sound, and see what you're noticing. See what you're noticing. And just hands on body wherever it feels comfortable. Taking a breath in. Let's begin. You can also change the tone and the pitch of the Om, completely up to you. Om. 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 we want to finish with our hands on our face and just making a little cocoon for the eyes. So the meaty part of my upper knuckle inside is kind of on my cheekbones. We're just going to say ah. And this time with your mouth closed, like a humming. And as you do that, you might find a tone in the humming that your body likes. You can find that now. So I have my thumbs now kind of on my lower jaw, just dipping behind, like under my jaw and just at the tip of my ear. You can see that. And I'm humming and I feel the vibration in this part of where my thumb is. I also feel vibration up in my head, but it's a lot more dynamic on the sides of my head. So just toning a few more times there, however you like. I'm moving my hands now under my cheekbones from my ears, and I'm going to hum all the way through. You can also hum massaging underneath while you're humming. It's going to feel a little weird. It's going to look a little weird. It's almost like bees singing in the head. And gently massaging the face and just exhaling through the jaw. A few more times on your own. You're gonna feel that nasal cavity. And then finding center in a resting shape. Mhm. So another chant we're going to do, you can chant in the mind these words, but you can also chant out loud. You know, just like as I'm exhaling, I can think in my mind, Om, which sense is very different than Om, because that now engages my auditory system. It engages my physical awareness and sensation because I'm vibrating through my body. And you can also think the tone, think the sound. Something to play with. See what the experience is like for you either way. Mm-hmm. Hmm. So there's two tones, two sounds that I've been playing with that I like to share with you. And I think we're just going to do one. I'm going to give you the invitation for one. And that one is called Sat Nam. And I think I have some information about Satnam for you if I can find it in the right book. I brought the wrong book. That's okay. Sorry about that, you guys. Um, well, I'll send you some information about Satnam. But when you inhale, you want to think of Sat. And then when you exhale, you want to think of Nam. And I'm just going to actually pause this recording for a moment so I can grab the resources for you. One moment. Okay, friends, thank you for that little pause. So I'll just a smidge of info about Satnam so you know what this is about. So, and then we're going to dive into some ways to practice it. So, Satnam, it's a chant, and it's a really common chant in Kundalini yoga. It's a mantra. So, mantras are like sacred affirmations, and the tone and the sound of the mantra contribute to the body, mind, being, and the chakras and the energy of you in different ways. So, in ancient Sikh language called Gurmukhi, Sat means truth. And it's a Nam means name. So Sat, imagine if you're breathing, when you're inhaling, you're thinking Sat, truth, and you exhale and you think Nam, name. So on a deep level, it's chanting, I am truth. Truth is my name. Truth is my essence. And imagine in this time in our lives, what would it be like to know within us, no matter what's going on out here, that truth is my name, that I am truth. The truth is my essence. So Satnam, excuse me, I grab a little water. So Satnam is known as a seed mantra. So it's one syllable sound and it activates all the chakras. So it's small, it's a very tiny sound, Satnam, Satnam. And you can inhale in your mind, Sat. You can exhale in your mind, Nam. You can do it quietly. You can walk in meditation, and every right foot you say Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam. You can say that out loud. You can say it in your mind. And just know that you're planting the seeds of of deep meaning and truth, that you are truth and that truth is your essence. Mm-hmm. And imagine this vibration just continues to grow and grow and grow within you. And you know that you come to this place of truly knowing yourself and truly embracing your identity, that yes, Satnam, truth is my essence. Yeah. And So you get to connect to the sound and the tone that you need for this. And I'm just inviting my sound and tone. We'll see how we go together. um, but when we chant Satnam, we're using the power of spoken word, the vibration of our tone. And just, as you say hello and you have your hand on your chest, you're going to feel the vibration of your hello, of your voice. Yeah. So feel your truth rise as you say this Satnam, and visualizing this energy of truth rippling into these waves of awakening, of opening up like a lotus as you practice. Yeah. So embracing your Satnam, your inner truth. So let's begin. Sat Nam. Nam. You can play with the length and the tone, however you choose. Make this your own. And if my voice is distracting you, feel free to mute this and continue in your own practice. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. You can also put it together. So big inhale. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam. Sat Nam, 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 Sat Nam. Sat Nam, 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 Sat Nam. Sat Nam, 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 Sat Nam. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam. Sat Nam, 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 Sat Sa na. 5 more breaths. Inhaling sat in the mind, exhaling sat in the mind. Internally this time. Truth is my essence. Truth is my essence. From this place of Satnam, truth is your essence. What does your essence want you to know at this time? Yes, truth is your essence. And from this place of truth, what do you desire to grow into now? What is true for you now? What will you affirm and acknowledge and celebrate and tend within you now as truth is your essence? And take a moment to just be present to that. And if you desire to journal or reflect in the last little bit of our practice on the essence of your truth, what you now know, what you're stepping into even more with each satnam, with each breath, with each resonance of the truth of you. And let's see what happens. A few more minutes to journal here. Remember, there's no right or wrong way to journal. You might just be noticing and writing down your sensory experiences, what you're noticing physically. You might have thoughts. You might have a different experience through the process. Whatever your true essence wants to write about, feel free. A few more moments and then we'll finish. And what quality within you that nourishes your essence is speaking to you at this time? What quality that will nurture your essence is coming to the surface, is part of who you be? So this might be for all of you. I might be tapping into your collective energy, um, or hopefully these words contribute to you. So may these words be a gift to your journey. Satnam, truth is my essence. My forehead thrums, my voice quakes. I am here and thinking elsewhere. I am a lotus opening and closing, but not hard and hurting, just strong and growing. Satnam. Breathing spaces, Satnam. Loving spaces, Satnam. Essence spaces, Satnam. Truth is my name. Truth is my essence. The quality of presence I lean into. The quality of presence I lean into my voice, being my truth, trusting my essence and inner wisdom. I trust my inner essence, Satnam. I trust my inner wisdom, Satnam. I am Satnam shining. Essence shining. I am. So, with that, I invite you to sing. I invite you to hum. I invite you to fa la 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 la. I invite you to imagine like a mother holding a baby and humming songs. It doesn't matter if it's Satnam or Om or You Are My Sunshine. Tone contributes to the body. So imagine like Mother Earth wrapping her hands around you, wrapping her arms around you, and singing you a lullaby for your soul, a lullaby for your essence. And that might be a mantra that comes to your mind that you can just hum. I'm love. I am love. I am Satnam. Like you get to choose the melody. There's no right or wrong here. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. There are so many beautiful songs and hymns and lullabies. Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Mama's gonna buy you a mockingbird. Lean into the song. Lean into the rhythm of you. Let your voice rise. Whether it is moaning, ooh, ooh, play in the tone and the vibration of you. Practice the inhale, exhale. Practice the inhaling, exhaling with tone. Hum. Feel the vibration of the hum on the body, on the lips, on the cheeks, on the tip of the tongue, and the teeth and the lips. And just play. Go for a walk and hum and sing. Enjoy the rhythm and the sound of you and connect with yourself as you do that. Tone opens you to the fullness of you. Sound brings you more presence into the fullness of you. Connect with yourself. Write about your experience. Notice and breathe on and sing on and chant on. It's been wonderful to have you here. If you have any questions, reach out. Please let me know in an email or message what songs you're singing, what tones you enjoy, what melody, rhythm, chant you like, and any questions you might have. If there are questions you have about Om, about Sat Nam, if there's other chants you've heard of, there are lots. This is just the beginning. And reach out. If you'd like to learn more about ways to chant, ways to contribute to your nervous system, just let me know. And share this. Like if there's people you know that would enjoy this, please invite them. These are every month and they're free, and people can contribute a donation if they like, completely up to you. And we will journey on. All right. Blessings be. Love you lots. Bye for now.